Hello everyone, welcome to GGS community. So in previous videos, we talked about effect size, what is confidence interval, what is p-value. So in this video, we are going to see about what is odds ratio and what is relative risk. So as we discussed earlier, these are the components, these are the measures of effect size. So what is effect size? So effect size is the strength of an association. Okay, so how strength your association will be. So these are measured by the odds ratio and relative risk. So basically, what is relative risk? Okay, so relative risk, which shows that which is a measure of an risk of an outcome between two groups. The this relative risk formula is risk in exposed group by risk in unexposed group. Okay, so this will show that there is a this percentage of risk. Okay, this percentage of risk of outcome in the specific exposed or unexposed groups. Okay, so what is odds ratio? So odds ratio is an odds of an outcome between the two groups. It has a formula like odds in exposed by odds in unexposed. So basically, when to use relative risk, when to use odds ratio. That's the important question. Often people are confused with this. Okay, so odds ratio is used in case control studies. Okay, so in relative risk used in cohort studies. Okay, so when the odds ratio equals the relative risk, that is very important. So when there is outcome is rare, when the outcome is rare, odds ratio almost equals the relative risk. When the outcome is more common, okay, there is always odds ratio is more than relative risk. Okay, so this odds ratio relative risk are the measures of effect size. Okay, so with this we can say whether the strength is more or not. Okay, so these are the measurements of effect size. Okay, so how to interpret odds ratio and its relative risk? Suppose your odds ratio is more than 1, it has a positive association. If your odds ratio is less than 1, here is a negative association. Okay, that means it is a protective factor. That exposure is a protective factor for the outcome. Okay, this is applied to both relative risk and odds ratio. If the value is 1, that means there is a no association. Okay, suppose your odds ratio is 3, that means the exposed group adds a three odds of getting the outcome. Okay, in case of relative risk, if your relative risk is 2.5, okay, so there is a 2.5 percentage of risk of getting the outcome in a specific exposed group. So this is the interpretation of odds ratio and relative risk.